Hi, it's Pernilla here. Today I wanted to share with you how you can relatively easy make these cute and luxury kind of looking embellishments for your journals or other vintage projects. This I made with papers from a famous vintage garden. It's a garden club called Victorian Romance, and I made it out of these paper wheels that you make from strips of paper and then score and fold and glue it together like this, and then you decorate with all kinds of vintage ephemera stuff. People who know me know that I purchased these fun flower punches, and that I like to incorporate them in my embellishments. And I'm working on several projects in July, and I needed something to embellish small journals and other pieces like a basket, or for example this recycled tower of plastic lids or bottle caps of plastic that I decorated with scraps of paper and some lace trim, a doily, and for that I wanted to have different kinds of embellishments. I'm going to show you in a later video how it's going to look when it's finished, but for now I wanted an embellishment placed here, and then I came up with an idea like this. This is going to be for a belly band for a journal, I think. Haven't decided yet, but that was just an idea I had to try out. And then now I'm going to make it on a smaller scale. So what I did is that I cut 2 strips of, this is some coffee stained lined paper that Debbie Ann shares as a freebie on her blog at Famous Vintage Garden. So if you haven't seen that, I can recommend to pop by and subscribe for the newsletters there and receive this gorgeous ephemera gift every week where she shares a freebie. But I cut 2 strips 1 inch wide and 8 inches on the other side. Sorry guys. And then I scored at every 1/4 of an inch with my punch scoreboard, and then I glued on two places because I have 2 strips, and then I'm going to glue that together in the middle, and for that I have 2 punched circles here of paper, and then I'm going to put it together like this with my hot glue gun. And when you've done it a couple of times, it's easy peasy, but at the beginning it's a little trick to hold it together. But be patient at this time, just let it set for a while before you turn it over, otherwise it'll slide from each other, and then it's a bit difficult to come back and then I'm going to secure it with another punched circle on the back, like this. And then now I can decorate, and because I have these two ephemera images, I'm going to use this vintage lady again, and maybe I can incorporate this little bird cage and the bird with the doily and flowers on the other side. And for that I need a dimensional, and I don't know if it shows. I have a dimension here, and it's actually a wine cork that I cut up so that it's more raised and it looks more full and exciting to look at. So I'm going to cut off a piece of this cork, not too thick. Everybody watches their fingers. So now I have a dimensional here, and then I have punched flowers with this, and then that would be kind of great to use here. And then maybe this bird cage here on the side, and this one on directly onto this paper wheel. Attach this, and what you're going to see here, you're going to plan this that this one covers up what you see here. It's just to cheat the eyes a little bit. Then we're going to decorate it further. I also have the papers here, the cut-off. So I cut this off, and then I distressed it with some Tim Holtz distressing. This is the Victorian velvet, and I also used the antique linen to make this, and I think it's just so gorgeous. That'll be glued on here later, but first I'm going to attach a little ribbon, because I have a ribbon here. I'm going to glue that down, and I think this is just going to be here. So we'll put that on. And I am going to attach more flowers. I punched a lot of the small flowers so that I'm going to decorate them as you see them here. They're all over the place, and that is what gives this kind of embellishment the final touch. It's just, I like it a lot. And I think Victorian theme, it is kind of lace and doilies and flowers and all that kind of stuff. So So I glued on some of the flower bunches now, and I'm going to attach this sign, the Victorian Romance sign. And what I did, I cut a piece of wine cork and then I cut it in half to make some stabilizers, I would call them, so that I can glue them better on, so that one can actually see it. And now I'm just going to see where I can place it. I think this is going to be great. So okay, I think it's finished now. You just keep on going until you think that you're satisfied with it and it doesn't need any more. You could also put on some pearls, doily. I cut off some heart-shaped doilies, and I glued that on. That is also here. I put on 2 buttons, and of course the ribbon. So I think this is going to be quite nice here. I'm going to attach it here. So I'm kind of pleased with this. And then I also wanted to show you that you can do the same thing with a paper clip. I cut off a banner. From the collection. Then I glued on a piece of ribbon. And then I don't have a die cut machine, and I don't have paper punches in this size. So I found a flower for free via Pinterest, and then I simply resized it on my copy machine and printed out in several sizes, and then I keep them on this string so they're always attached to each other, and then it's easy just to trace it on a piece of patterned paper. And then that's what I did. That's what I did with this. I had 2 different sizes, and then I used this for the middle piece. I then distressed it with the Tim Holtz Victorian Velvet distressing, and then I used my bone folder to kind of shape the petals here. the larger one you want to curl inwards, down, and then the middle piece you are going to shape them upwards so that they're kind of opposite, but when you put them together it makes sense, it looks right, yeah. And then of course I have the paper punch here, and that's going to be the middle piece. So I'm going to show you how I did this. And I bought these round paper clips, and so what I did, let me see, what I did was I had my hole punch, and then I cut a hole in the middle of all 3 flowers, like this. And then I had a brad with, this was a pearl, this is some other bling, and then I put it on the brad, and then of course I also need to punch a hole in the banner, and then put all 3 pieces together. That's why you have them. Then you can shape the flower when you're done. And then with your hot glue gun you're going to attach this, and this is the difficult part, not to burn yourself and not to ruin the whole thing. So I'm gluing on to the smaller part of this one, and then just put it down here, and then you're done. That's it. That's just a very, very cute little embellishment for your journal. I'm leaving this to dry, but then I was also going to show you how you can make a big paper clip, and this is 3 inches. And I cut off some of the ephemera from the Victorian Romance papers, and then I glued it together with some coffee stained line paper from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. And just to demonstrate, here's your journal and here's your embellishment, and you just put it on, and there you have it. Isn't this the cutest little thing? I thought so. And also I wanted to show you how you can embellish a paper clip in this kind of style. So what I did, I took the same punches and cutouts from this. Also cut out a banner, put on the ribbon, same, because I want to attach it here, and I want to have my flower here. Oh, sorry. And then I have 2 buttons. I have this cute, it's the sweetest, softest eyelash twine from Rachel's Jazzy Creations. That's going to be the middle part, not a brad this time. And then I'm going to embellish with the little punched flowers. So that's what I'm going to do now. So you just keep going, punching flowers and shaping flowers and glue them on until you are satisfied. And I'm pretty pleased with this one. I think it turned out really cute. And if you want to see how it looks when it's attached to a piece of paper, I can show you here. So that's what it's going to look like. Yeah, isn't this just cute? I think it is. So you can do a lot of these in all kinds of sizes, and I just wanted to share with you how I work with embellishments. And to finish it off, I think I'm going to share with you how I attach this to this, and I'm using a wine cork just to be sure that it'll stay in place, because it is a little bigger, and then I have this edge to consider as well, and so I think this will be okay. So I have to glue it here. So let's do that. That's it, guys. Isn't it just lovely? Can you see it? I love it. And then there's going to be something really special going on up here, and maybe I'll attach something down here as well. A lot of punched flowers, that's for sure, to finish this one off. And I hope you will stay tuned and watch that video when I'm done with it. And for now, I just want to say thank you for all for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye!